I'm an addict and my name is Arvin.
Hi, Arvin.
And I didn't want to say it like that, but as soon as I saw the recording, my voice trembled. I'm so nervous. This meeting is so big for me to be sharing on step 4. And I've never shared on step 4 before. Yeah, I'm really nervous. And thanks, Raf, for inviting me in. And thanks, Arabella, for taking the meeting. Thanks, everyone, for being here. As you can see, I'm fucking nervous, man. English is not my first language, as you can already hear, but I've been in the country in the last 20 years. And yeah, I say that just in case this share goes shit, you can blame it on the language. And yeah, if you're new, welcome to Narcotics Anonymous. This was said to me in the very beginning. You do not have to use again. You never have to use again. It's true. I have not used drugs or any mind-altering substance in the last 8 years and a few months. Thank you. And yeah, that's really nice. And as I've addressed the newcomers already, I have to address the old-timers as well. And yeah, thank you for opening the doors. Thank you for still being here. And I've got so much gratitude for people who opens the door, who does service in Narcotics Anonymous, because an addict like me can go anywhere in London. I'm smiling because as I was, that will be for later. There's just this fellowship of addicts trying to stay clean a day at a time, and I can go. And if it wasn't for you guys, it would have not been possible for me to stay clean this long. And if you are in the middle or kept coming back, it can stay clean that long. I think there's no shame in coming back. I tell you now, there's no shame in coming back. In the first 2 years of trying to get clean, I couldn't get it as well. Until it took me 10 years to get 8 years. That's just it. Some people would come to meetings. Takes longer than that. I've met people who came into the rooms for 20 years and they have 5 years, 6 years clean time. I'm talking about clean time because this is very important to me. Mm-hmm. This is, man, it's amazing. It's amazing feeling. If you're new, you probably can't relate to this yet, but the first day clean of not using, they say it was a miracle, and now I can see it because it's from the very beginning it's really amazing. It's top everything. My body is recuperating. If you want to know more about it, try it. So as I've said, it's my clean time is very important to me, and I want to keep my clean date as it is. I was on an online meeting earlier, and I was looking at this. There's some clean time of 25, 12 years, 12 and the year. It's like, it would be nice to be to get that clean time. And one celebration, one Christmas clean time day, like that would be crazy. That's a sidetrack because I'm really nervous and it's being recorded and I need to stay on track. I forgot what I was gonna say, and yeah, if you're new, stay. It's a great life. It's great to be clean. It's good to be clean. I suppose I'm gonna start with where I am now at the moment. In those 8 years, I'm a nurse today, and I came to the UK to become a nurse, but I found drugs. Man, London is it's so easy to score drugs in London. They come to you, the dealers come to you. In the Philippines, fucking hell, they get paranoid. Are you an asset? Are you with the police? And you get through all those questionnaires. It's like giving you a tick box. It's like application paper, and if they tick everything up and they look at you up and down, they have money. Like, man. And I came to the UK to be a nurse, but the drugs came, and it's heaven. I was in Canning Town, and this guy came up to me. What do you want? Like, how did you fucking know that I'm an addict, man? And there's a menu. There's a menu of drugs. Like, no, I don't use that. They have crystal meth. Give me 2 minutes. It will come in 15 minutes. There you go. Started. I first hit rock bottom when I was 18, and there's no Narcotics Anonymous. I was telling this to the other guys earlier. How dare Narcotics Anonymous was not there when I was my first rock bottom. But then somebody mentioned I would have done. I would have not gone to the meetings anyway. I would have used. So I'm thinking, if you ask me if I can go back and change the way, I don't think I would. I would still do the same thing, and it's a step 4 meeting. I don't know what I'm telling you about this, but a bit of similarities on. If I say I'm an addict, you know already that I've used drugs. If I say I'm an addict, it failed. The use of drugs. I wasn't using drugs at the end. The drugs were using me. And when I say I'm an addict, you might think I lost things. I did not. And step 1, it came up to me. I was willing to give everything up for my drugs. The drugs came first. If you're in between me and my drugs, I'm sorry for the people who've heard me before, but this is just the very simplest example that I have for identification purposes. My daughter wanted milk. I'm not high enough to make the milk. So wait for you. I'm still using. Yeah. Willingly gave up everything for the use of drugs. And so what's helping me to stay clean in all these years? I went to meetings. I went to see people just like me. I went to listen. I remember what I was gonna say. Whatever comes in from my mouth today, please blame Rafa. I've taken all of my recovery is an amalgamation of everybody else's, my predecessors, the old timers, even the newcomers. There's always that comes up, but most of the time it's the ones that I heard from the old timers, what they taught me. Because when I came in, I knew nothing. It came up in my step 4 that I did not really know how to live. I did not really know how to relate with other people, and I will tackle on that for about 30 seconds later on. That's all I know about step 4, I did not know how to live. and I've taken it all, my recovery. It's like somebody mentioned in another meeting, it's like a community property. Recovery is an NA community property. So whatever you can take it, and maybe the others will be for later on in your recovery. So I go to meetings regularly. The first 2 years I went to meetings once a week. Didn't work. And finally in 2017, came back to Narcotics Anonymous and picked up my last white keyring. And it's really nice. Since then, I've recovered so many things and so many people in my life. I'm a nurse today. I'm a father today. I'm a friend to their wife. I'm a friend to their mother. I'm a son. I'm a brother. I'm a cousin. I'm a friend. Most importantly, I've recovered Arvin. I have Arvin today. I have me today. Yeah. And so yeah, meetings, this is where I see people clean. This is where I see the evidence. This is where I ask people the first task. And then this is where I met my sponsor. Well, before my sponsor now, I've been with my sponsor the last 8 years, but I had a sponsor before him, and the first task was to go to meetings and pinpoint the people who have clean time, ask how they're doing it, how clean they are, and it was very difficult, man, to ask those people, because it was just difficult for me. Yeah, first the English barrier, rationalization. So yeah, and I did that. I had to be humble. I had to practice humility in the very beginning. So I did the steps with that with my sponsor now, and the very first question in the step working guide is on step 1 is, what is an addiction? What is the disease of addiction to me? And it simply means it takes everything and demands more. It takes me to places I do not want to go to, and when I go there, it will make me stay longer than I intended to. Stay there for 20 years. And yeah. I did the steps, and what did the steps do to me? If you want to know about the experience on what the steps really will do to an addict, maybe you can add more meetings into your life. Maybe you can ask another addict to sponsor you, and maybe do the steps yourselves. Find out for yourself. This is my experience of the. This is my experience. Well, I'm telling you about. I told you about the language barrier. This is how bold I am. I got a Scottish sponsor. Get your ass to a meeting. Bloody hell. That's nice. This is, in step 4, we'll talk about relationship. And the first relationship I ever had. When I heard about relationships, the first thing that comes to mind is sex. The first thing that comes to mind is holding hands. The first thing that comes to mind is the opposite sex. But this sponsor of mine showed me, and this is the first, I tell you now, the first relationship that I ever had. Very honest and loving and caring. My first relationship is with a fucking man. And it's really nice. Yeah, we did the steps when I was 90 days. I couldn't ask. I mean, I did not have the capacity to question things anymore. I was badly beaten when I came back. So he did 90 days, 90 meetings, and I was like, why would I do the steps? 90 days, I'm sweet. I'm working now, and I've got this, I've got that, I've got a relationship. And he said, it would be just like going to the doctors, sitting on the lounge, and not going to the doctors and getting the medication itself. Okay. So yeah, I started the steps, and step one pointed out to me that I did not only take myself into oblivion, I did not only take myself into carnage. I took people with me. I took my family with me, and my daughter, my parents. And yeah. What else is there in step one? I didn't find any solution in step one. In fact, I found problems in step one. I found problems in step one. When they say the drugs were my solutions, and somebody pointed out to me, solution to what? What's your problem anyway? And when I did step one, then there's a found. I found the problem, and I suffer from a disease called addiction. And the substances that I use, the people that I use, already. I'm only in step one.
You can keep going.
I love it. So yeah, and I carried on to step two, and it talks about hope. It talks about insanity, and the insanity of it all is not the ones that we do when we're high. When I'm high, it's the insanity of picking up that drugs again, knowing exactly what's gonna happen when I pick the first one. Step three, forget about God if you're not a God person. It talks about self-will and God's will. Where does my self-will take me? Take me back out there. I took my self-will on a 2 years clean time. I thought it was nice to have some, nice time with my daughter's mother, and it resulted into another child. She celebrated her birthday yesterday, 6 years. It was the most beautiful thing that happened to me. The insanity became the sanity. But man, back in the day, it's just 2 years clean, you're homeless. What the fuck, man? And it was Narcotics Anonymous who held me. I used to go to meetings, count people. If there's 20 people in the meeting, I've got my quota for the day. I can go home and not kill myself. 20 hugs. That was my pacifier every day. Now we've come to step 4. 1, 2, and 3 are the foundation. Now we've come to step 4. The real work begins. Please, if you've heard people, the bad press against step 4, listen to me. And you'll be like me. Well, yeah, it's some people would say it's character assassination. To me, it's character build-up. It's pointed out to me that's like buying a new house. we have to look at. I have to look up what's already there. I have to look up what needs to go, and I have to look up what needs to be added. And that's what step 4 did for me. And the way we started step 4, if we open the step working guide, we'll talk about fear, resentments, and assets. For me, the most important thing about this one is assets. And the way we did it, the way I did it with my sponsor is I started he started me with resentments. And this resentments, I had to ask myself about what my part on every occurrence. Why am I keeping these resentments? And some of them, I had to ask my motivations and actions towards it. It's not just about the actions. It's not about the actions that I've done. What lies beneath, and what lies beneath that caused the other people harm. I'm not making any sense, I know. And we talked about fear. And what are these fears? My sponsor, every time I worry, I take exams and stuff, and he would tell me, "Do you know the lottery numbers for tomorrow? Can I have them, please?" I said, "No. You will never miss a shot you've not taken." That's Michael Jordan. But I don't know if I'm making any sense to the newcomers, but step 4 started a very, very nice journey to me. It led me to knowing exactly why I used, because I didn't only use drugs, apparently. I used also people. When I say I'm an addict, I also gambled. I also used sex to mask up those feelings, and it came up. My sponsor used to say this is so detrimental if you're a normie or a normal citizen, but as an addict, it's funny to me. You're a fucking self-centered cunt. He used to tell me. And that's exactly the nature of my I'm so self-centered in all this in active addiction. But then I also have assets. But I didn't learn so much about these assets until I went to 6 and 7. How long have I got? I'll probably take another minute. I'm so sorry if I go over time. Those character defects are the assets used negatively. And he explained it to me. He says, if I have a hammer, I used it, instead of building a house, I used it to whack other people's head and my own head. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does make sense to me. Anyway, I've gone over time, and thank you so much for listening. I don't know, I'm so sorry. No, blame Rafa. If you're new, keep coming back. I always tell this to myself, if I want to use or think about using, not today. I have one task today, is to get to that pillow clean. Thank you for listening, and thank you.
Thanks, Alvin.